All right, everybody. JT, I made it in, and we are, in fact, live. Studio 10-4, live back with you here for the weekly update, and it is another big one. We got a lot to go through, a lot to talk about, a lot going on, man. We got Dan coming on here in a minute, going to be talking about 10-4 Trucker Rodeo. Long Haul Paul in the green room, chilling right now, and waiting to come on out and share some music, share some stories, and talk about some fun we've had in the recent past. And also, the guy that helped make that possible, at least for Paul and many of us on a Saturday night in Louisville, Brandon Carpenter, Carpenter Custom Trucks. Brandon, a great friend of mine personally, and the studio and 10-4 magazine. Glad to have Brandon back, and of course all that he brings. And I'll tell you, what a facilitator Brandon is, putting together a truck and a trailer and a bar in it. What do you think was going to happen? I mean, nothing but fun, nothing but fun. It's been a good time every time. Been back there in the back of that thing, from when it first made its way into my radar in Louisville. I don't know what it was, either pre-COVID or post-COVID. I don't know. We'll get that. We'll get to that and figure out when that was. But walking around to the back of that thing, and he offers me a beer and a brat, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. And I ate and I drank, and I kept coming back for more. And now it's turned into the old iron bar. It is quite a sight to behold, and a lot of fun. So, all right, listen, I've got a bunch of stuff that I got to get out here in front of you guys. I just want to say a couple of things before we go there. I'm rooting for San Francisco 49ers and Giants. And the closest thing to the Giants in the World Series would be the Blue Jays. Yeah, that's it. And so my favorite team when the Giants aren't in it playing the Dodgers is the other team playing the Dodgers. Sorry, Dodger fan, but you get it. You do understand. We are tied up at 2, and got another one tonight, and it's been a great series so far. I have a feeling we're going to go 7 on this thing. So look forward to seeing it as it happens and watching what's going on. Niners, on the other hand, in my world, I'm wearing, this is my black hat, my black Niners hat. It's because they ain't doing so well, and that's not because they, don't try. It's just the way it is when you have everybody hurt and you don't have your first stringers. Hey, listen, everybody, good to have everybody in the show, man. Jeff, what's going on? Furloughed oh no, government affected. Hey, you know what? This, it's a whole nother story. But good evening to everybody. Happy anniversary to everybody that's having one. Happy birthday to everybody that's having had or going to have one in the near future. And coming up this weekend, brought to you by, I don't know who brings it to us, but we will be setting the clocks back. So for those of you that still go out and hang out in the bars at, Saturday night and looking for another hour to partake, well, you're going to get it this Saturday. It is time to fall back and go through all that again. So up in the Pacific Northwest, it's beautiful today, almost 70 degrees. Trees are all in different colors, and it's the right look for the right time of year. Fall and spring, my 2 favorite times of the year. The temperatures are moderate, things are good, and cool things are happening. But nothing cooler is happening than Dan the Man talking about 10-4 Trucker Rodeo and Show coming up November 7th, 8th, and 9th, and that is down in Bakersfield at the Kern Raceway. We've shortened that a little bit. It's still Kevin Harvick because Kevin's always hanging around down there. What's going on, Dan?
Good afternoon, John, and everybody else. We got a great crowd tonight, so that's good. But we have a lot to cover, and I'm going to try to get through it as quickly as I can so we can get through back to our guests, which I
try to find your video. Well. You want to steer me? Was that over on 10-4 Trucker Rodeo? Is that where that video is at?
It is. I just shared it on my page as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring that up now, and we'll get that in there. I think I pretty much got everything else in there, so we can kind of play along and have some fun with it.
Before we get on to the rodeo, I just want to say we have a new magazine coming out on Friday. It's the day later than we wanted it to be, but that's my fault.
I think everybody will forgive and be open.
It's going to be a cool one. I think we've had a string of good ones. This one's going to be really. This one's going to be good. I'm
Hey, if it's
excited
trucking
about it.
and it's cool, it's 10-4 magazine, right?
That's true.
That's true. There you go. All right. I have a video. You want me to share that puppy now? I will.
Absolutely. Give people a little sample of what they're going to see at the rodeo. If they weren't there last year, or if they haven't seen anything, here's just a quick little sample of some of the fun that we have out there.
Let me bring this guy up, and there we go. Hey, there he is.
No sound?
Audio did not come with it.
Oh man, there's fun music going. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, we got the music going in there. I hear it on my end, but I think we overloaded StreamYard. You guys want to check this out? Get on over to 10-4 Trucker Rodeo on Facebook and get the full effect. Go big screen too, man. Don't just look at it on your phone.
Anyway, just a lot. There's just lots of fun out there, you know.
Hey, I keep getting asked, and I keep saying, last year it just happened, but I don't even know. I mean, we gonna do laps on the track, or what are we doing?
Don't ask, don't tell, John.
Yep, that's what. That better to ask for forgiveness than permission, right? That's the rule.
100%.
100%. All right.
So people have been asking us like for a schedule. So we took some time today to put a schedule together. John's going to pop it up. It's a beautiful page of text, but that is the schedule. We will be posting it up on all of our socials here in the next few hours. And people who are vendors or event sponsors, they will get this mailed to them as well. So, or sent to them, emailed. So it will be out there, but really in a sense, Friday's our load-in day. Gates open from 12 to 5. Saturday, gates open at 6 in the morning for trucks, for spectators at 9. Vendor booths open at 9. We're targeting the competitions to start on the track at 10:30. There's a list there of the events that are going to actually happen on Saturday in the order they're going to happen, so you can kind of figure what time they might be. We're going to do our light show that night. It's going to start around 5:30. Thanks to that time change, we're going to start a little bit earlier. And we are going to do a special Lights On for Harm will be the name of our light show. So as you all know, we talked about it last week. Harm Spearstra, one of our old friends and cover truckers, and just a guy very connected to us and was just a real legend in trucking. And he passed away last week. So, and Lights On for whoever was kind of Harm's deal. So Lights On for Harm in this case. So that will be the focus of our light show. We're also having our trucker karaoke contest around 7 on Saturday night. And just so y'all know, this is what you're going. There's what you're going for. Look at that fancy award, huh?
Oh, look at that.
Look at that thing, huh?
That's kind of like it reminds me of The Voice and any of those other cool shows.
This will be just as good as The Voice.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
Are you going to be Snoop Dogg?
No.
Who's judging?
I don't know. John, geez, don't ask dumb questions like that. We'll figure all that out as we go.
Okay, just you do your thing. I'm just going to sit here and chill.
So anyway, Sunday, again, gates open at 9 for spectators. Trucks won't be coming in on Sunday, minus squeezes or booms. They're allowed to come in on Sunday. Vendor booths again, competitions again at 10:30. What we're going to have when we're going to do our awards presentation and whatnot. And we think the show will end around 4. So that is our schedule. We will keep to it as much as we possibly can. And like I said, we're going to post this so you can print it or look at it later if you really need to analyze what it says. But so there it is.
There it is. Now, I want to mention too that the light show this year, this will be the only thing that we live stream from the 10-4 Trucker Rodeo and Show. And it is being sponsored and brought to you by Dickerson Custom Trucks and that's Parts for Rigs. In case you guys didn't know it, they have a whole division of what they do dedicated to manufacturing and making parts for your trucks. So when you think of stainless and cool parts and custom things for your truck, think of Dickerson Custom Trucks, but more importantly, think of this new division that they've created for you, and that is Parts for Rigs. And they will be sponsoring the light show Saturday night.
Thank you,
I
DCT.
wanted, what's that?
Thank you, DCT.
Thank you, DCT. I want to also mention how many of you have gone to the sign up, the website, and I'm going to bring it up right now because that's just the kind of guy I am. Trucker Rodeo. Let's see, where does that go? That goes right there, and click to register. And I'm going to bring it up. Here it is. Let's take this guy down. Come on, baby. Come to Papa. There he is. All right, ready? Wait a minute. Here's something cool, Dan. You didn't know about this, but I'm gonna bring it up here. Here it is. Where's it at? Truck wash will be on site. We got comments coming in from Abode. Let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Come on, baby. Here. I don't know if you heard that.
A long road to home, brother.
I don't know if you heard that or not, but there it is. 10 days, 21 hours, 46 minutes, and 43 seconds until 10-4 Trucker Rodeo.
I will say, though, registration is closing Monday at midnight.
Okay.
So that will be your last chance to pre-register, get registered early, which is a big help for us. And it's going to make checking in a lot easier for you. But it also gets you into our registration raffle. And I've talked about it before, but I'm going to say it again. Our registration raffle, you get a ticket for every truck you get a raffle ticket for every truck you register. And if you register that truck in any classes, every class you get another ticket. So your chances of winning go up. We are going to be giving away 2 sets of Hoga-Built quarter fenders, a Valley Chrome bumper of your choice, a Dane Nelson bug shield. We've got some billet oil cap covers from Kevin Pickett. What else did I say? We got that.
While you're thinking about that, here's where I wanted to guide you, Errol. You guys get over here and get yourself signed up for the burnout competition on Sunday, because not only is that going to be the coolest thing that ever happened on asphalt, but it's going to be the last thing that happens on asphalt at the 10-4 Trucker Rodeo this year. We're going to close the show with that.
Exciting to add to the burnout contest as well.
Well, let's hear about it, baby.
So as of 5 minutes before airing of this show, we secured, with the amazing help and gratitude of Nick and Dylan at Cost Per Mile Tire out of Fresno, the winner of the burnout competition will get a set of 4 Pirelli drive tires of their choice.
Wow. So for you 2-axle guys,
burn them down, baby.
There's a whole axle right there, man. Burn them until they're gone. Yeah.
And
burn
also,
them until you burn them.
And also, they also donated 2 Pirelli steer tires to the winner of the squeeze competition. They have this amazing Pirelli tire that for the hay haulers that apparently is all the bee's knees. I don't know much about that stuff, but they could probably educate them about it. Maybe these guys know it. I don't know. But so once again, I don't know. I know the 4 drive tires are worth upwards of $2,000. So
at least.
and I'm guessing 2 steer tires probably in the neighborhood of $1,000 to $1,200. These are just added benefits, added bonuses. And you know what else you're going to get, right? You got that picture, John? You got that picture? What else are you going to get?
Oh, wait for it.
One of those. Yeah, one of those. So, and a belt to go with it, a nice leather hand-tooled belt as well. So a buckle and a belt, and in this case, maybe some tires. So y'all cowboys out there in true rodeo fashion, you're going to put yourselves out there and got your horse underneath you. You win this thing, you're going to come away with one of these platters to wear for the rest of the year and going on. In fact, you know what? To me, these aren't just for the guy. These are heirlooms, man. You get to hand these down, right? And we do hope that last year's winners wear them proudly to this year, right? Because they're the reigning champions. So I hope that the people who won them last year are wearing them this year.
I want you guys that are out there that are they're the defending champions that are going to be competing. I want you holding these things up like you do when you're down in the WWE and you got that belt up there and you're holding it up and showing us what you got, man. Make it cool. Maybe one of these years we might do one of those for something different too, man. Who knows? But at this point,
maybe.
What did I give up something?
No. You think I'm thinking about next year?
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, aren't you? Come on, man.
No.
All right, what do we got next? We got going on here. We got some sponsors to talk about, and
so let's that graphic I sent you just before. Well, okay, we can talk about that. That is obviously our shirt for this year. So we will be selling those along with some hoodies. We're not going to have a lot of them. So if you want a hoodie, you got to, once you get there, you want to go get it pretty quick. Because it's going to be chilly at night too. We're looking, I mean, right now, if you believe the weather, it's going to be 70 degrees in the day and 50 degrees at night. It's perfect. It's going to be awesome. So, but you might want a hoodie at night. So you might want to grab one of those when you can. And these will be on a neat steel blue color, kind of a gray blue color shirt. That background doesn't quite show it 100% what it is, but so that'll be a pretty cool deal.
I'm going to see if I can find this this last thing here that I got with all the time I had to get it on here, and let me think if I can make that happen for you. By golly, I think I got it. Let's do it here, people. Right now, there it is. That's what I'm talking about.
Stuff is happening, and it's happening fast. We are going to raffle off a private suite. So we ended up with one suite left. And so we're going to sell 100 tickets for $50 a piece. A suite is a $2,500 prize. So if you buy one ticket, you scored. We're going to, to purchase these tickets, you can call or text to that number. We're going to draw it live on Tuesday evening, I believe. We'll figure that out. Okay. So you get the suite, you get 10 entry tickets. It's going to be a pretty cool deal. So,
and let me just say, you never know which suite, but most of those suites, you will be in there hanging out with Kevin Harvick.
Stop giving up our stuff, John.
All right. What do we got next, my friend? I got some people waiting in the green room.
Let's go over a little bit of thanking and just reminding of what, we wanted to thank our trophy sponsors, which are KT Charbonneau Trucking and Chris Rocha of C. Rocha Enterprises. They sponsored the 5 trophies that we're giving away. I want to thank Rockwood for making them. Also, Jeff Patello at Patello Custom Trucks. Are you listening, Jeff? I'm talking about you.
Patello, there you go, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
The buckles. Yes. Yep, there you go. So thanks to those guys. So, in addition to the people that are sponsoring and doing things like that, I also want to just kind of put a thank you out now, and I'll probably do this again next week or even afterwards and during the show, obviously. But there's a lot of people who are helping us put this show on. They're providing services and different things for us. I just want to kind of go over some of those while we're here. So we've got, Angelina Gar has been just selling the crap out of stuff and helping us organize stuff. We had a good track walkthrough yesterday at Kern Raceway. Our buddy John JT right there, you're looking at him. Daniel's Tire in Bakersfield, they're bringing all the service trucks to help us with the tire changing contest like they did last year. Central Valley Transport, they are supplying the trailer that we'll be changing the tires on and the tires that we'll be changing. And probably some other things too. They're going to be helping in a lot of ways. Matt Chavira at West Coast Equipment. He's going to be supplying the trailers that we'll be loading for the hay squeeze. You will not need to bring in your own truck and trailer out there. We will have trailers set thanks to Matt, and you'll be loading those trailers. Also, Chavira and Sons and B&G Hay are both bringing in loads of hay. Just so you know, we're going to be doing small bales in the squeeze competition this year, and we've added a little bit of an obstacle to it to make it just slightly more difficult.
What, are they on fire or something?
Huh?
Are they on fire or something?
Oh, yeah. We're going to light the hay on fire. Woo! No. No.
We're not quite there yet. Huh? Okay.
Not quite. I want to thank the guys at DeVries Transport. which you saw some of their cool yellow cattle trucks there in that video.
Yep.
They are supplying the portable chutes for the cow loading contest. Of course, Will Kozak, he's our track and venue coordinator out there at Kern Speedway. He's always helping us out and making sure we're doing things right at the track. We're getting a lot of setup help and pre-help from people like Marty Miles, Pearson Gravance, Chris Gar, and everyone at Magini, obviously, especially our friends Roger and Annette, who bring our trailer out with the Godfather truck. So, and of course, we're having lots of volunteers come out and help us. There's probably over 30 of them. So they're all coming out to help us. So, and we'll probably be thanking the heck out of them over the next few weeks, but thought I'd get a pitch in there for them now.
I got a new name for Roger and Annette.
What's that?
The Gadella Genies.
What?
The Gadella Genies.
Gary, not Gar. I've been corrected. I meant to ask, but I ran out of time. As you know, John, we were communicating and sending at 5:01, I think, before the show started. But
so it's Gary and it's Angelina and Chris Gary.
That is it. That is the proper. And I'll get through my bunch of annoying, irritating stuff. But I also want to mention we're doing vendor stamp cards in an effort to kind of get more traffic to the vendors, which we right now have 26 vendors. That's more than we had last year. So that's really awesome.
Yes, there is going to be rentable golf carts on site.
Yes, there will be. And first come, first serve. But
so
these vendor stamp cards, people are going to get a card with a bunch of boxes in it with vendors on it. And they have to go to these vendors. And these vendors are going to give them a stamp that they came to them and listened to their spiel or looked at their stuff or whatever they determine it takes to get a stamp.
Kind
and
of
if
vendor
they fill
bingo,
up their card, if they,
kind of like vendor bingo.
Kind of, but you're looking to fill the whole card in. You have to get a stamp from everybody. And when your card is full and they're all different stamps, you bring it back and we put it in a raffle thing. And the winner of that, we're going to draw one winner from that, is going to get that really cool custom truck wheel table. Show a picture if you got it, John.
I do. Yes, sir. That is down here in another. I have this one to share with you.
That one doesn't have the glass on it, so you could see in it. So it's a wheel, and he makes this barrel with beveled wood around it, and it's got glass on top. He sells these things for like $600. They're beautiful.
I guarantee you there are so many women that are just dying to have one of these in their living room right now.
If you don't look down on it, it just looks like a barrel. It just looks like a barrel. It looks beautiful. It looks like a wine barrel or something.
Some more than others, trust me.
So our vendor stamp card, that will be the winner, and that is being donated by the man who builds them, Tom Donaldson, who is a guy that comes to the shows. He has that kind of that truck like our folks up in the service truck, the 66 service truck on the modern chassis. Your friends?
Yeah. You would sting me on the spot like that right now.
I'm not remembering it either. Sorry, guys.
Out of Placerville. And you know what? Did you see that truck? I think they painted it.
Why?
I think because I saw a picture. I thought it was the truck and it was green.
Oh, I don't know.
I got to call. I got to call Brandon and ask him.
There you go. Well, you remembered something.
I did. I know.
Tom has a truck like that. It's white and silver with a red stripe, and now it has a matching horse trailer behind it. So he's the one that builds these tables, and he's going to bring a few out to that he'll have to sell as well at the show. But really cool deal. So again, go see the vendors, get the card stamped, bring them back in, and you could win one of those tables right there.
I feel terrible that I can't remember my own buddy's name.
Verkampen.
Yep, Dick Verkamp. And you know what? I blame my issues on COVID. Verkamp. Thank you. Verkamp. There he is. Yeah. So Doug and Matt Verkamp, and that truck was on the August 2023 cover. Yeah, I swear I saw that. Where did they have that truck at? Just recently at another show, and it was green. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll find out and follow up with you on that one. But anyway,
close things out. Just remember, registration closes at midnight on Monday. After that, you can register on site. Don't panic. can still register on site, but we'd sure rather you should get in early so you get in on that raffle because there's a lot of cool stuff. So get that done. Keep watching our socials. We'll be posting the schedule and just different things and different instructions and whatever. So get her done.
Coming up
quick. Get her done, man.
Get her done. All right, listen, Dan, I want you to say howdy to these guys. I'm going to bring our buddy Long Haul Paul in, and I'm going to bring Brandon in right now too. I want you to say howdy to both our buddies, and then you get the hell out of here, okay?
Do I call you Long Haul, or are you Long, or are you Paul? I don't know. How does it go?
Hi, Dan. Well, just call me Paul. That's fine.
All right. How you doing, Paul and Brandon?
It's good to be
Hi,
here.
Dan.
Am I looking the right way?
Good to see you, man.
Oh,
Yeah, you're doing. Yeah, mostly turn the other way when you that would be Paul. So yeah, your right is Brandon, and your left is Paul down below. They're both on the bottom of you there.
Always feels like a Brady Bunch episode.
It is. But it's Studio 10-4 live. All right, Dan. We'll see you, buddy. Be cool and go get back to work. You got stuff to do.
Thank you, sir. Everybody have a great night. Thank you. We'll see you soon.
All right.
See you, Dan.
Hey, fellas. I'm going to take the banners and all the fun stuff out of the show here, so I don't have Paul covered up over there, and Brandon there. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you guys, man. Sorry it took so long to get you in, but we got a lot to talk about on this show, and then we got one more before the actual show itself next week to go through and get that done. And man, there's a lot going on with this thing. I wish you guys were closer and able to be out. We'd love to have you out there. I know you're going to another show in another country, in another world, another place, but next year, rumor has it we're all going to get together and figure this thing out so we don't have these overlapping conflicts anymore. So, all right,
John, those belt buckles alone would induce me to go out there.
Yeah, Paul,
those are amazing.
I think so. I would see how that could be a draw for just the buckle itself. Brandon, you too, buddy.
I was thinking the same thing. I mean, we're slacking over here on the East Coast. We got to up our game or something. These guys out on the left coast, they got to figure it out.
Well, listen, we make it up as we go, but I think we've made some good decisions to get it to where it's appealing and fun and a good time. Last year was a blast out there at this show. We had a great time. It just solidified how much this thing was missing. It was a missing component from what's out there at the usual get together weekend show, shine, and go home. There's nothing like some competition. And Bakersfield, this time of year for Bakersfield, this is the best time of the year to be down in Bakersfield. Otherwise, it's 100 and whatever and just too stinking hot to even be down there.
Yeah.
So, guys, let's talk about some music. First of all, Paul, you just dropped a new video, and I want to share that with everybody. But before I do that, I want to kind of set this thing up. So here we are. It's Mid-America, Paul K. Young, and it's 2025, and we're on a Saturday night out in the parking lot. And there's this truck and tractor trailer out there that got a bar in the back of it, all set up and just waiting for people to come in and have a good time. And it definitely was. It was had by all. It was my privilege to be able to shoot the thing and provide that aspect of it. But the storytelling, the poetry, the music, the singing, the fun that people had out there, that's just something you don't have at truck shows like that. At least not usually. Now, if Brandon shows up and brings his rig, then you're going to have it. But depends on who's in the back playing. So, Paul, what about this and how did it all kind of come together for you for that Saturday night?
Well, John, thanks for having us. And I reached a point in my career where I realized that the later it got, the better I sounded, and the darker it got, the better I looked. And so we started doing these late night shows at Brandon's. How did we start doing that, Brandon? I don't remember now. Was it at Tony's?
Yeah, so it was actually, I think, one of the first large cars and guitars that Tony hosted. we kind of made acquaintances, and I think it was kind of one of those deals where one thing led to another, and you said, "Hey, can I come play a little bit?" And I said, "Absolutely. We'd love to have you." And the rest just is history. I mean, it was perfect, and it always has been. From day one of you showing up at the bar, it's. I mean, we're what? I mean, how many large cars and guitars has there been now? 4 or 5 of them that we've done in Louisville's. There's been at least you played probably 10 shows in the trailer so far, I'd say.
I think Brandon's internet was just switching towers there or something, buddy. And I think you're froze. Are you froze? Give me a wave. No, it did. It went down the final ditch there. I know he'll come back, and there you go. You're back now. You totally vapor locked there.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's internet, man. We're at the mercy of those guys. Whatever possessed you guys to put this thing together is a good thing, and continuing it just keeps on growing. And now we're to the point where I don't know where this thing's going to go. But what's key for me, man, it's the music and the camaraderie and everybody getting together and having a good time. And that trailer was jam packed, and so was outside in the parking lot at the back of the trailer, which the music, would flow right out into the audience out there, as well as all of us being able to enjoy on the inside. But it was just kind of a musical get together, bar, drink, potluck, food, everything, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I think we went until 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, something like that Saturday night, and it was just right. But the guys you brought in there, Paul, who's your poetry guy? Who's the gentleman that tell the stories?
He's a gentleman by the name of Ron Witherspoon, and he goes by Stray Dog. You can hear him quite often these days on Sirius XM Road Dog, channel 146. Ron's such an interesting guy, is because his stories landed him a position as a host on Sirius XM Road Dog years ago, and then Ron, being a man of a longtime trucker, who from that breed of truckers that sort of prides themselves in staying in trouble all the time, stayed in a little too much trouble over there at Sirius XM, he transitioned back into the life of a full-time trucker. But now he's having kind of a renaissance over there, which is an amazing thing to see, because there's something about Ron's voice that to me is so distinct. You can tell that there ain't nothing AI about this guy.
No.
And so when I bring him on stage, which we will bring him on stage in Atlanta, we'll say, ladies and gentlemen, he's seen 5 million miles. He's had 5 wives, and the most interesting trucker in the world, Ron Witherspoon. So
I'd have to say what was the draw to me to him was his voice, but it's his style, the cadence he has when he's telling the story, how he tells it. It's such a throwback. It goes back to and I wish I could remember the guy's name, but I met him at a luncheon years ago at a Rotary, and this is the guy that was he used to tell the story of the American flag. He was also a cartoon voiceover, and this guy would get up there and tell stories just out of his head. His brain doesn't work like mine, obviously. His was on point, and this stuff verbatim, he had it. You didn't have to read from a script. He just knew it inside and out. And I kind of got that same feeling from Ron. The guy he was on his game, It was very impressive.
He is an amazing public speaker. I mean, and he's just had an amazing career, but I guess the reason why I have such a soft spot for Ron, he sort of reminds me, he's a composite of all my trucker friends who are no longer with us, and he reminds me of what it was back in the day.
And that's it. That's the thing. I mean, I don't know how we've bridged the gap so far. to those guys that you're talking about that are, that are gone, to the ones that are coming up now, the younger guys. I mean, Brandon, you're kind of one of those guys. And so the bridge is built, you're on it. But not everybody's a Brandon, there's certainly a lot of work that needs to be done out there. And I keep saying it, I preach it all the time. All you guys out there that have been around a while, man, you need to reach out and continually bring these guys along and help them out any way you can. But I love what you guys are doing with this whole bar car thing. It's a great gap stop. I mean, it brings people together of all walks of life, right? I mean, Brandon, how many different people have you met in that thing that you're just like really good friends with now?
Well, first off, is my internet connection still good? Because
You're
me
good,
being
buddy.
out here in Amish country, we're Jonas needs to run on the windmill a little quicker to get some more internet, I guess.
Aren't you like breaking some kind of biblical law or something even doing here? I mean,
yeah, don't tell the bishop, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah, so me being out here, internet is not always the greatest thing, but I have met so many people in that bar trailer. It's become it is so funny because starting out, me kind of coming onto the show world and just hanging out at some truck shows. I didn't have the same friend group that I have today because of the bar trailer. I mean, the bar trailer has really drawed in so many people that have become very good close friends of mine that I didn't even, whenever I built that thing, intend for that to happen. And it's been amazing. I mean, 50 people at least that I would have never met if it wouldn't have been for the trailer.
Yeah, I'd have to say there's probably more out there and more on the way too. I mean, there's a long I think there's a long road ahead for that trailer and the whole thing that you're doing with it out there. Paul, your music now, I don't really know your story. I've kind of poked around and tried to figure it out, but I mean, were you a musician, guy that liked stringing along on a guitar and then grabbed a stick and a wheel, or which, if I got it out of order, what happened first, and give us kind of a timeline of how we got to where we're at today with you?
Well, I began writing songs in earnest at the age of 19, but those were mostly religious songs, and that I performed at church. And then by about 23, I started writing songs about life, but I was really not so much a closet songwriter, but just, I had nowhere to go. I had no path. I would sing some songs to my wife's family every Thanksgiving. And then the internet happened, and my wife Denise put a song on YouTube, and she entered that song in the Overdrive magazine Trucker Talent Search, and I became one of 3 national semifinalists, and they brought me to Dallas, and we this was totally unexpected, but Denise really fell in love with the truck show scene, and I would have never expected that out of her, but the file, and back then it was Randall Riley, Overdrive. They really treated us well. They put us up in that gorgeous hotel, the Omni, which is probably the nicest hotel in Texas, one of the 3 nicest at least. It was such a rich, wonderful experience. The following year, and that show always fell on our wedding anniversary. And she said, for our wedding anniversary, why don't you try to figure out some way we could get down there again? Well, I had lost, I was a runner-up. You can't just re-enter the contest. So I had kind of got along with those guys at Overdrive. I said, hey, how about we provide some free entertainment for your guests in the parking lot? And it was me and Bill Weaver. And Bill Weaver, back then we were both dead broke, but we were hungry, and we were trying to get something going in the music scene. And that first year playing in the parking lot with Bill Weaver was very much what Brandon is now doing. Brandon is actually in that continuum of having sort of a side event, which becomes really meaningful. And those people from those parking lot concerts have become lifelong friends to me as well, to Brandon's point. So that's how, and by then I had written, gosh, I'd probably written a couple hundred songs, but I never had anywhere to go with them. I couldn't just leave my family and live in a car in Nashville and hope someone, that path was just not, did not seem feasible at that time. So this whole internet, whatever micro sliver of infamy I've attained online has come through being a truck driver. And Marcia Campbell invited me down when she had that all-night show on WSM. And we got to Broad Street in Nashville, and I got to thinking, every person walking around this town with a backpack guitar case is younger, prettier, and can probably play better than me. But I've got this story. I'm a truck driver. And I've got these songs. So sometimes if you have a story, that's as good as being young and beautiful.
That's everything. That's what we're all about at 10-4 Magazine, is telling people stories, and that's always the case. People sometimes wonder, well, why'd you put that truck on the cover of the magazine, or why is it even a feature in the magazine? And well, did you read the story? Because if you did, you just answer your own question, and that is the case right there. And with the advent of technology, internet, podcast, webcast, you name it, however you want to describe it, there's so many avenues and touch points out there for people to get their message, their music, whatever it is, whoever it is, whatever they are out there. You look at some of the shows that are still popular. I mean, I was joking earlier about The Voice. I'm a fan. I love that show. It's a lot of fun. And it's because there's just the unknown. Anybody could walk in and be that next big thing, that everybody was waiting to hear about. And a lot of these performers are everyday gig performers that are in Nashville, and they're going through it, and they're now at the Voice trying to hit that mark. And it's amazing how many of them are there doing that. It really is. So age or any of that doesn't really matter anymore. I mean, any age can win, any whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all about the story, the performance. Did you touch somebody, and did you connect? And I'll tell you the song that I'm going to play here right now, which is from our show this year in the trailer at the Old Iron Bar. I heard that song for the first time that night, and I thought, boy, there's a lot of us connecting with this song. So I'll let you introduce the song, Paul. Tell us about it, okay?
I'm guessing you're talking about Beans and Corn.
I'm talking Beans and Corn, yes, sir.
Well, we were doing a podcast with Radiotopia, PRX Radiotopia, and I did this amazing interview with this cat by the name of Robert Green. And he was a recovering methamphetamine addict. I probably should not have said his last name, but he did not. He gave me permission to use that information publicly.
Well,
but he
recovering from something. So
yeah, and he says he went cold turkey. He quit on the road after seeing a close friend die from it. And he goes, in those first days, I was going through a case of Red Bull a night just to keep my demon fed. I said, I believe there's a song in that. And
yeah.
mind if I work something up? Knock yourself out, man. And that interview never made that that interview itself wound up on the cutting room floor.
I was going to say it never made it off the floor, did it? Yeah.
No, because like everybody's like, we are not going to become a drug story podcast. There are podcasts like that.
Yeah.
But I just thought, wow. I mean, Red Bull is not cheap, and just imagine the expense of a case of Red Bull a night to kick a habit. And but I thought
for you, probably worse that was probably worse than doing the actual dope. And I mean, that crap's got some stuff in it, man. I'm sorry.
No, he ruined his health. He ruined his health trying to stay sober, and he's no longer with us. But I wrote that song with the help of Robert, and Jerry Novak helped me fill in some gaps. and Jerry is a great friend from Ohio, and so that one actually even made it onto Outlaw Sirius XM Outlaw Country. It never made heavy rotation, but it was a big deal. And Jerry, I think, got a $38 royalty check, which it hangs up in his man cave. He never cashed it. Me, I'm going to cash that check every day, but not Jerry. And
I can relate. I got a check from AAA for $12 the other day, and I thought, oh, where am I going to spend that at? You know, I mean, that was nice of them. I don't know what that was all about, but yeah, I get it. Let's go to the video, as they say, and let's all sit back and check it out.
Got me stomping out.
Give me a thumbs up if we got good audio out there.
Ain't gonna make no rich man's dollar pulling them spot price beans. You ain't gonna sleep till you're down in the holler and the grass going over your grave. Beans and corn and beans. Give me that Mountain Dew and Dixie drink. 5-hour energy and Marlboro Red. Case of Red Bull to keep my demon fed, yeah. I'm going down to Anderson's Ferry for to lose me another load. I'm an old river rat just pushing potash and burning down the bony road. Beans and corn and beans. Give me that Mountain Dew and Dixie drink. 5-hour energy and Marlboro Red. Case of Red Bull to keep my demon fed. I'm telling you, son, down on Indiana one they got cabins and an in-ground scale, but they ain't gonna stop that ton. I got 5 babies I can't fail. Contract corn. I've been a slave, there's been something that I crave since the dog day I was born. Beans and corn and beans. Give me that Mountain Dew and Dixie drink. 5-hour energy and Marlboro Red. Case of Red Bull to keep my demon fed. 5-hour energy and Marlboro Red. Case of Red Bull to keep my demon fed. How about that Dave with Bennett? Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, don't listen to me. How about that damn long haul Paul?
Beans and corn and beans.
I think there's not only a story in that song, but the guy there, Dave, on the harp. I mean, anybody that rides around a truck show on a motorized ice chest is my hero. And I mean, kind of, you know, he's not just some dude. This guy is I don't know, probably a multi-millionaire kind of guy, right?
Man, this makes me.
Yeah, I think he's done pretty well. I did a story on Dave a while back. He actually got a ticket for driving a semi through a North Carolina scale when he was 14 years old.
I'm surprised they even cared, man. Back in those days, it was kind of like if you could reach the pedals, I mean, and nobody really cared. I mean, I don't know. I drove myself to the DMV to get my license originally. You can't do that anymore, but you know, anyway, stories. We got stories, but yeah, I think the guy's awesome, and what a guy to have playing next to you, right?
Yeah, I I'm really grateful to Brandon for, he built this, he created this scene, he built it and they came, so to speak. And I I'm hoping to bring in some new people. I think there needs to be new people coming in there. And um, I've got some friends I'm going to reach out to and say, hey, would you like to do this? Because it's a great group of people to play for. An extremely generous group of people to play for.
Yeah.
I've had shows where I've almost made as much in Brandon's trailer as I made from the venue itself.
Brandon, yeah, I know you're going to be in Atlanta during our show, and Paul, you're going to be there too. So that's going to be the next one coming up for you guys, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep, we will be there.
Yep. So we'll miss you guys. Think about us. We're certainly thinking of you on Saturday night. I'll give you a shout out while we're out there doing the light show from Bakersfield. Kind of a, Bakersfield, California in itself is pretty iconic to the old country western music genre. The Crystal Palace and Buck Owens and that Bakersfield sound, which unfortunately the Crystal Palace is no more. I don't know if they just shut it down entirely, which I know they did. I'm wondering if it actually sold or not, but man, a lot of history there. So crossover in the music world happening there in Bakersfield. And I mean, we're kind of getting down to it now as far as, what's happening this year. 25 is just about done. After Atlanta, are you guys, back to just working and doing what's going on? And Brandon, I'm going to start with you because you've got yourself into a fix here. You can share with everybody what you're up to these days, Mr. Commish, soon to be Mr. Commish.
Yeah, well, it's the usual here, just full steam ahead in the shop. We've got plenty of bills to do, and we're definitely not running out of anything to do, that's for sure. So, and these days it always takes forever to get parts, so we're definitely not running out of things to do here. But yeah, so recently I decided that hey, I was going to throw my hat in the ring for politics, and I don't know if it's going to be the biggest mistake of my life or whether it's going to be one of the greatest things I've ever done. I don't know. We're going to find out. But it's like I was telling you last night, my heart's in trucking, always will be. And I'm definitely not quitting. A lot of people have reached out to me and said, oh, man, are you going, full time and leaving the trucking industry? Well, no, I'm definitely not. But I do both. Anybody that knows me knows I wear a lot of hats and I juggle a lot of things. And I definitely never get bored in life. So we're going to keep that tradition alive and keep that moving with this whole new thing and see if we can do any good in politics.
Well, I think if anybody out there thinks that what you're going to be doing is not a full-time job, it is and it isn't. I'm just going to put it out there like that. But it definitely, if you're in the mindset where you want to give back to your community and be able to do something about it, here's a great opportunity for you to be able to do something like that. There's other ways out there too. And we don't all have to throw our hat in the ring and, become an elected official. We can join and support our local communities in a lot of different ways. I chose the Chamber of Commerce and getting involved in government affairs and that kind of thing. And there's certainly many, many ways to do it, but I commend you for stepping in, man, and best of luck to you. I hope for a favorable outcome. That we need guys like you out there, buddy.
Yeah, well, thank you. I've said that. Then that's one of the big issues is a lot of younger people need to get involved in politics. Nothing against the older generation, but some of those people are definitely hanging on, and they don't seem to want to give it up. And it's time for new faces, new people to bring some fresh ideas in, and see if we can do something and make a good change. That's I think that's much needed. And that's why, too, the younger people just start wanting to get involved in that stuff. And you can't blame them, but you got to show them, somebody's got to pave the way and show that, hey, you know what, if I can do it, you can too.
Well, and I'm looking at myself on the screen and Paul, and we are the old guys right now in the room. So I think Paul and I, though, are doing our bit to again, create that bridge. Paul, you're doing it in many ways, trucking and music, and myself with what I do here at 10-4 and in my community now. I'll be getting involved over here in Grants Pass, Oregon. But the thing is to get people, involved, that make sure they want to care, help them to understand why they should care. I mean, people will sometimes like to sit in the background and wave and shout and shake their fist. And you know what? That's an emotional, contribution, but it doesn't really get much done. You got to get in there and do the work, man. And that's what needs to happen more than anything these days. And boy, right now, I'll tell you, we need people to want to do the work. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of what's going on with the bar trailer. I mean, we're bringing positivity to the truck show scene, and thanks to Paul's help and so many of the great people that support what we do. I mean, you were there. You see that we've created a lot of magic in just. I don't know how, you could come into the bar trailer and, I mean, everybody has their little moments here and there, but for the most part, 99% of what we do, it's all good, positive stuff. And that's so hard to find this day and age. There's not been a time and some of the times it's been 4:00 in the morning where I'm walking out of there going to the hotel for the night or finally calling it a night. But there's not been a time that I've walked out of that bar trailer and wasn't like, man, what a wonderful night. What a great experience to be able to just partake in that at a truck show, and bring that positive light in and do something that's for everyone.
Well,
and we've created that. That's for sure. Thanks to Paul. Mainly, a lot of it goes back to Paul too. He's created that environment very much himself as well.
I think when it comes down to it's and we were talking about it, and I said, it's getting guys that are performing at the main stage to come over to your place and hang out and play some songs after that and do the after party. That's when it turns into Tootsies Orchid Lounge. And the whole another level of magic starts to happen, right, Paul?
Oh, it's happened. Remember that night Tony came? Was it after his first show? And man, he jammed and brought his guitar. That was a great night. We had Michael Ronstadt running sound. It's a funny thing. Every night's different. Every night is, I look. But that one when Tony came and Stanley and Michael Ronstadt was helping them, that might have been the bet. I don't know. They're all good in their own way. But I kind of wanted people who can't make it to truck shows to see what we do there. And I'll be honest, that it was kind of a loud night that night we recorded, and I had given some of those tracks up for dead, but the noise cancellation on that mic, it's a Shure SM7B.
Yeah.
The noise, those cleaned up a lot better than I thought they would. Did you think, John?
Yeah, no, those mics are dynamite. That's kind of everybody's go-to, I think, at this point for podcasts, webcasts, whatever. It's a great microphone, and I'm using a Blue myself right now, but combined with the noise cancellation technology, you can't lose. And I think that the sound came out great. It sounded awesome. In fact, I think that we could do it again. And now that we've kind of, seen what we need to do to make it a little better, I've got some things about how I approached what I did that I would definitely incorporate into it. But I think it was right on, right there, all 100%, and a great video. The first one we got out here, we saw it today, and you guys can go back and check it out. It's up for 30 days on our Facebook. It'll be on YouTube for good. YouTube's not adapting the 30-day kill like Facebook has decided to do. So you guys can go, you guys can go check it out and see what's going on. Everybody was involved too. It wasn't just you guys performing. The audience was part of the show. We live streamed. I think I live streamed 2 songs from there that night. I can't remember now, but I think we did. I think we live streamed 2. So we get the opportunity to do it again. You can bet we'll be there again to do it and make it happen and make it fun.
Oh, well, we'll hope to see you again, John. That'd be wonderful.
Are you going to do something for us tonight?
I can. I don't know how well it's going to turn out. I shouldn't say that.
Let's see what happens, man. That's the beauty of live streaming. You never know how it's going to be. So let's see what happens.
Okay.
We're picking up everything else pretty good around you, so it might come out pretty good.
Do either of you guys like the Old Crow Medicine show? Oh, that's not gonna work.
Oh, absolutely.
You an Old Crow man?
Wagon Wheel, the original Wagon Wheel. That was, well, not the original, but their version of it.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I can't help but see that guitar up there on the wall, and there you go. There you go.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
I love this song. This is by Old Crow. I'm going to sing it kind of slow, though. I hear the crying of the hungry in the deserts where they're wandering. Hear them crying out for heaven's own benevolence upon them. Hear destructive power prevailing. I hear fools falsely hailing to the crooked wits of tyrants when they call. I hear them all, I hear them all, I hear them all. I hear the sound of tearing pages and the roar of burning paper. All the crimes and acquisition turned to air and ash and vapor, and the rattle of the shackle far beyond emancipators and the lowliest who gather in their stall. I hear them all, I hear them all, I hear them all. So while you sit and whistle Dixie with your money and your power, I can hear the flowers growing in the rubble of the towers. I hear leaders quit their lying. I hear babies quit their crying. I hear soldiers quit their dying, one and all. I hear them all, I hear them all, I hear them all. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. I hear the tender words from Zion. I hear Noah's waterfall. See the gentle Lamb of Judah sleeping at the feet of Buddha, and the prophets from Elijah to the old Paiute Wovoka. They take their places at the table when they're called. I hear them all, I hear them all, I hear them all. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. Nice job.
Sure.
Nicely done. Nicely
Was
done.
the sound okay with this Bluetooth headset?
You know what? It came through, man, and it wasn't half bad. So, again, we win.
Okay. Good deal.
Brandon, how'd it sound over there on your end?
Well, I'm dealing with Amish internet, so you can imagine how it sounded over here in Amish country. Unfortunately, I caught bits and pieces of it, but the glory of it is he's performed that song a few times in the trailer. So whenever it cut out, I was just imagining the times I've heard it in the trailer. So it was pretty magical as always.
Well, I'm getting some feedback in the feed there. You guys can see it on the screen, and it said it sounded great. So I have to agree, it did. So yeah, good job. I was going to announce earlier too. Yes, we are going to run long today, so don't you guys go anywhere. What do you got coming up, Paul? I know we already got Atlanta nailed down, but what's happening in your world, my friend?
Well, we've got an album promised for Christmas Day. I keep changing the title, but I think I'm going to call it A Seed. And that seems to be the strongest song that's getting the biggest reaction. And I think now that I have heard how well some of these tracks are cleaning up, so the Brandon's concert is it will exist. It will either exist as a series of videos, or it may exist. Some of them may exist on the album. I think this will be our last album. I don't. The whole paradigm of matching 12 songs with a tangible object such as a CD is no longer necessary. You know what I mean? And I think it's better to slow drip your material instead of make people wait for a big album. People's attention span is too low. I mean, we've had people pre-order albums and we've had and then we'll send them the album like a year later. Did I buy this from you? Yeah. Here's your PayPal receipt right here.
Yeah.
You don't want people to forget they even bought it from you. You want to try to give them something every month. That's what we're shooting for. But we have promised out this. We do have this live album, and we tried to do what Jackson Browne did with Running on Empty. We had 3 concerts where we recorded, because you're never going to go wall. As you may well remember, John, you're never going to go wall to wall with a perfectly behaved crowd that's going to let you record and film.
No, I don't. What are you talking about? Oh, so true. You're making good decisions, because the world is not the same as when everybody used to like to open an album up, put the record on the player, read the liner notes, and make it that experience. And I mean that for a lot of us was the coolest thing you could ever have happen, is that new LP drops, and you open it up and play it, read the liner notes, you're reading all the lyrics, learn all the songs, and you play it over and over and over and over. And I don't know, does anybody even do that anymore?
I just don't think we have the attention span. But if you give them something every month, and you never know what's going to pop. I mean, we did that song in a junkyard, and it's like, it really took off on YouTube. We don't know why. And some guy from Italy offered me a record deal. I'm not saying it was a good record deal, but as a result of that one video, and so, but you gotta put something out. I'm not saying every day, but I think we're gonna try to slow drip 1 song a month going forward.
I love it. Just TW, you bring up a great point. And that's the conversation that we had earlier. Paul, you and I and Brandon had the same conversation. When you're talking to people, man, some of us talk about stuff and have references that some people don't even know what the hell we're talking about. They're like, what's a rotary dial phone? What is that? How does that work?
An album.
Yeah, an album. What the hell's an album? Vinyl? What? Although vinyl has made this huge resurgence and comeback, and it's like the premium way to enjoy music again. So it should be everybody should understand what that is. But that being said, yeah, you need to just put it out there. TikTok is probably the musician's biggest friend, and YouTube as well, for the the library to host everything and have it stay there and preserve it. And that's how everybody gets their music. They pick up their phone and they dial into their favorite whatever it is. If it's Apple Music, if it's you name it, Amazon, whatever. I mean, I can be in my Cyclone and shout out a song, and Alexa's in the other room listening, saying, "You betcha, here it is." Boom, done. I mean, it just doesn't matter anymore to have an album, and I kind of miss that. I do. I there's albums I could tell you right now by name, when I got it, when I heard it the first time, and the whole deal, the whole experience. I mean, it was smoke a doobie and let's go. Oh wait, you're Amish. I can't talk to you about that sort of stuff there.
But you've just described my entire courtship with my now wife of 44 years, Denise. That was our courtship, poring over the lyrics of Jackson Browne's first 4 albums, in some sort of chemically altered state, and then she would relate these lyrics to her life, and I'm like, man, I think I'm falling in love with this woman. And she was my best friend's older sister. So, but she was inaccessible because she was 4 years older than me. But once I was past the statutory limit, it was game on.
Good to know. Glad to hear you kept it legal.
That's a lot of them.
Between me being Amish and running for political office, I don't know that I can stay in this conversation.
You may have to change your name and step away from the camera, I think. Yeah. But I mean, how Paul, how true is it though? The way we used to experience music, and I mean, it was a religious thing for us. We just did it in a different way. I mean, there was no phone, no internet, there was nothing, man. You had either you had a piece of crap stereo, or you had something really badass, and you enjoyed it however you could, man. It just that's the way it was. I mean, and the snap crackle pop of the record while it played kind of lended to the whole experience a little bit. I mean, while we were trying to eliminate that, I mean, later on in life, it became part of the show.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it is cool. We have considered putting out an LP, but the buy-in is exorbitant, relatively speaking, to just a regular working truck driver. It used to be you had to buy about $2,000 worth of CDs to get a decent, LPs to get a decent enough deal. Now I've heard that disc makers is entering the market, and they'll sell you, I think, 100 units for $1,000 now wholesale.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you got to mark it up a little and try to make a little money on them. But I would love to go do an LP on this one. I mean, and we've already taken people's money for pre-orders. So it's like, I would love to do an LP for this one, but it's just going to depend, I mean, that is an expense in and of itself. And you've got to be more careful with LPs. They still will melt in the trunk of your car if you're not careful.
I love this comment. Is that guy still Amish? He hasn't converted yet. No, he's still there.
Well, it's always the question I get asked. Am I really Amish or not? So I'll leave that one up to interpretation.
Yeah, no, you go leave it alone. I wouldn't answer that in any direct way. I'd leave that one alone, and I'd be whatever they think you are. I mean, at this point, just let it be whatever it is. You know what, guys? There's so much stuff we could go and talk. We're a little over right now, not bad, but where things are right now, trucking, music, politics, you know, there's a lot of good stuff going on in the world. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of questionable stuff as well, but it's good to have folks trying to do some good, bring some good, share some good, and keep it real, because we need more of that. And love seeing the cat come through the shot right there, man. That was perfect.
Yeah, that's Denise calls that cat Faith, and I call her doubt or unbelief. She was not supposed to. She was not supposed to be our third cat. I was fine with 2 cats.
Oh,
keeps
yeah.
the mice population down, but then Faith entered our lives.
Oh, well, you know, what are you going to do, man? I don't own any pet animals right now, but I have a lot of them around me, and then there's all the wildlife. So I love why the squirrels entertain the hell out of me, man. I got squirrels all over the place up here. Can't wait to see you guys in real life again, and do another show. Definitely want to have you back on the studio weekly update, and maybe some other stuff that we're going to be doing. Brandon, one thing did you get my text, Fargo? Did you understand what that was?
No, it was funny this morning. I think you sent that this morning. My mornings are always super hectic and crazy, and that came through. And I remember even thinking this morning, like, the heck did that mean? And then, as quick as it entered my brain, as you guys were just talking about, capturing people's attention, it was squirrel, and I was back off of it until you just said that. I was thinking I need to ask you what you meant by that, because I totally wasn't thinking about it.
We both drew a blank on the movie the other day we were talking about with William.
You're
H.
right.
Macy,
Yep.
and it was
Yep.
Fargo.
There you go.
It
Yep.
was Fargo. So when we do our webcast that we're talking about, we need to have there's going to be a guy in whatever show this ends up being, right? We're going to have a guy. He's going to be the memory guy. That's going to be his name.
Exactly.
He's not going to have another name. He's just going to be the memory guy.
Yep.
And
we're going to need that.
And anytime you get into one of those conversations where, what was that guy's name? Where were we at? That guy's responsible for feeding that back to us so we can, clear that up for everybody. So,
yeah. And hey, one other thing I want to tell you too, this entire time, I keep looking at your lamp in the background.
Yeah.
And when you first come on the air, I thought that was a leg lamp, me being from Cleveland, Ohio. So now I'm like, I need to get you a leg lamp, because that would fit in perfectly back there.
You mean the Italian leg lamp from Fragile?
Yes, Fragile.
Fragile. Yeah, it's Italian.
What's the story behind that leg lamp? Because I didn't know there was a thing about Ohio and leg lamps.
Oh yeah, man, that's from the movie Christmas Story, right?
Yeah, the movie The Christmas Story. So the iconic American, Christmas Story movie was filmed in Cleveland, Ohio. And one of the iconic pieces of the movie was the leg lamp. The father was so proud of that leg lamp, and it really became the centerpiece of the movie. Honestly,
it was Darren McGavin was the actor playing the father, and Paul, if you've never seen that movie, my friend, it is your mission in life this year, before it's over in Christmas, during the Christmas season, to watch The Christmas Story, and I guarantee it'll be on somewhere for 24 hours straight, probably, and throughout the whole Christmas season, so you won't have trouble finding it. But it is quite a show. It's hilarious, man. You'll love it. It is something to see. But the lamp comes in a big wooden crate, and he just is thrilled to death that he won this, major. What was it? A major. It was
a major award.
Major award, yeah. And it said Fragile on the box, but he called it. It's Italian, Fragile, and opens the box up and pulls it out and sets it up in the window of the house, so everybody in town, everybody driving by could see the lamp. Anyway, you had to have been there. You get an opportunity this year to make that opportunity happen. So that's Brandon's gift to you for Christmas this year so far. There it is.
Well, you helped me connect a dot, because I actually work for an Ohio-based company called Moeller Trucking, and they just built this brand new terminal, and in the window it's a leg lamp, and I'm like,
Oh, there you
I
go.
never asked what, why the leg lamp.
They
So
get it.
now I know.
See?
It's an Ohio. It's an Ohio tradition.
Yep. They
How
get
they
it.
are.
They totally get it. That's it, man. I love it. I do. I love it. Well, gentlemen, it's been fun. It's been a pleasure. Thank you both for making the time to come and hang out in the studio with me today. Appreciate it, Paul. Keep up the good work. Brandon, you as well. And while I won't be seeing you in Atlanta, I look forward to whenever it is we do connect again soon. Maybe that'll. I'm assuming probably it's going to be Louisville, and Matt's 26. We'll make it all happen again. Brandon, you got anything coming up you want to share?
Not really, other than vote for me. So
Hey, vote for me. I'll set you free. There you go, buddy.
yeah. No, unfortunately, just a long winter of getting our build ready for Louisville. That's gonna be our thing. So we've got a couple things to unveil at Louisville, and that's it.
Yep, and they've already announced the big rig build-off competitors. Luke's coming back to defend, and it looks like it's going to be another, awesome build-off again this year. So looking forward to seeing that, and everybody else that's going to be bringing whatever they got out there to share with us all and make it happen. So start getting ready for that. It's going to be fun. Clocks go back this weekend, everybody. Look forward to catching up with you next week here in the studio. We got one more show before we all head down to Bakersfield and make that happen for y'all. So tune in Saturday night, and you guys can catch the light show from the 10-4 Trucker Rodeo, and that's going to be brought to you by, as I said, Dickerson Custom Trucks, parts for rigs, and be a fun one, man. That last year the light show was fantastic. It was really cool is everybody had their lights on. I mean, it was all in. Everybody all bought in on that deal, and we had 150 trucks down there last year. I don't know what we're at this point so far this year, but I think we're going to meet that and probably beat that. So we'll be having some fun. Thanks a lot. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having us, John. Have a great time in Bakersfield.
Thank y'all. Be good,
gentlemen.
All right, everybody. Long haul Paul, Brandon Carpenter there. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Everybody keep the shiny side up. JT here in the studio, bringing another fun Wednesday show to you. Nothing like it when you get live music in the studio. That's just one of the best things that ever happens around here. Would love when that is something we can share and make happen. And thanks again to Long Haul Paul for doing that with us and making it happen. If you guys want to check out that video, if I'm not mistaken, it is on YouTube and it is on Facebook. It's out there and available anywhere you guys get your socials. Check it out and enjoy. All right, y'all, have a good weekend. Don't forget, you get an extra hour at the bar on Saturday night, right? Once it hits 2, it's 1. So have fun, be responsible, do good things, treat each other well. We will see you soon. Take care.